What's going on, everybody? It's Sean here today to give you guys a review of the Kith New Balance 993 in this pistachio colorway. Today's video is sponsored by Heffelux. When it comes to sneakers, comfort is king. So when you buy a pair of shoes and you find out they're uncomfortable, usually the most effective way to increase the comfort is by swapping the insoles. So that's where Heffelux comes into play. They sell eTPU insoles, which really is the same material you'll find inside Adidas Boost. And if you check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box, you'll see they sell a variety of different insoles. So depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, you're going to find there's a suitable insole that fits anyone's needs. So I've been a paying customer of Heffelux for years now, and I find them to be extremely comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout to get 15% off your entire purchase. So this is the latest project between Ronnie Fieg's Kith label and New Balance. Releasing on November 23rd, these retailed for a price of $210 or $295 here in Canada. And the style code for this shoe is MR993KH1, and despite the nickname of the shoe being Pistachio, the official colorway of the shoe is actually slate gray and chinois green. And alongside these 993s, which was a made in USA pair, they also released alongside a 2002R in a similar color scheme, and I managed to grab both pairs through early access on the Kith app. So jumping right into the details of this shoe, so on the toe box, you'll see that this is constructed out of a herringbone style mesh. Overlaid on the sides of the toe box, we have this synthetic nubuck material, and overlaid on top of the front toe cap, this is crafted out of suede, and in real life, the color of this shoe is almost like a grayish greenish blue. I know every photo of this pair looks really different depending on the filters and the edits, but that's probably the best way that I could describe it for you guys. So moving downwards, you'll see that that same suede covers the eyelets of the shoe, and the top two eyelets are constructed out of a TPU in a similar sort of color. And then stitched on top of the mid panel beneath this, we have the New Balance N logo, which is done in a reflective 3M panel in a combination of off-white and gray in the center. Underneath this, we have more of that suede, which runs down the length of the shoe, and then above this, we have more of that mesh material that we saw earlier on the toe box, and we have another overlay of this nubuck. And then surrounding the bottom of the heel, here we have more of that suede, and we have 993 branding pressed on the lateral side in silver. Next to this, in the center of the heel, we have this oval shaped cutout, revealing this USA branding, representing the fact that this shoe is made in the USA. And above this, we have more of that nubuck, along with this upside down U-shaped overlay of reflective 3M once again. Surrounding the bottom of the heel, we have this translucent TPU heel clip with New Balance branding in black in the center, and this helps to give you additional structure and support for the back end of the shoe. In terms of laces, so these come with two different lace options. The standard or default lace is a slightly off-white colored flat lace, but they also give you a pure white lace as well if you want to give the shoe a little bit more pop and contrast. Underneath this, so the majority of the tongue is constructed out of that same mesh that we saw on the toe box, but we have this nubuck overlay towards the middle with the New Balance N logo embroidered in white, and at the very top, we have New Balance Made in USA branding embroidered once again, along with 993 branding underneath. The back of the tongue and the interior liner of the shoe, this is lined in a tonal textile, which matches the color of the exterior of the shoe so well. And then as for the insoles, so these come with a decently well padded foam lined insole, and we have New Balance classic branding stamped on the heel in white. So the upper of the 993 sits atop this chunky absorbed foam midsole. The midsole is painted in more of a light beige sort of tone on the forefoot, and you'll see we also have absorbed SBS technology visible on the lateral side of the forefoot as well. The back half of the midsole is painted in more of a cream color, and here we have absorbed DTS technology, which when combined with the absorb found throughout this midsole, creates a very comfortable ride underfoot. Turning this pair over to the bottom, so this is a full rubber outsole, which is done in this tonal cream colored look. We have these grooves on the forefoot to give you added flexibility, along with New Balance branding in black found right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these Pistachio Kith 993s. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like any of my other 993s, so I personally prefer to go a half size down. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I got these in a size 9.5 and they fit me very nicely. To give you guys a point of comparison, I also go down a half size to a 9.5 in other New Balance silhouettes like the 992, the 990 V3, V4, V5, and V6, and a lot of my 550s as well. And in comparison, I stick true to size or a size 10 in other New Balance silhouettes like the 997, the 990 V2, because I find that those two models have a bit more of a narrow toe box for my wider feet. And other models I go true to size in are the 2002R, the 1906R, and a lot of made in UK models like the 1500, the 991, and the 1530. Moving on to the comfort, so the 993 in my humble opinion is definitely one of the most comfortable New Balance silhouettes on the market. It might even take the top spot when it comes to comfort. It just gives you the right amount of squishiness and softness in this foam midsole without being unstable and overly too soft. So you definitely have some support and structure along the heel area, but I don't know what it is about the 993. Once you take your first step within this shoe, you'll really see what I mean. So this is definitely a silhouette I would recommend for people who are looking for a very comfortable everyday sort of shoe. And if you're, for example, someone that goes on a daily walk, then I think the 993 is a very solid silhouette choice for you. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so overall the material quality was very solid. It was pretty much your typical made in USA suede. So I thought it was very nice and buttery, no complaints at all about that. And the overall build and the craftsmanship I thought was very solid. I know a lot of recent made in USA New Balances. I know a few have gotten through the cracks and have had poor quality control, but I couldn't really see anything wrong with my pair at all. The stitch job was very solid, there were no glue stains or anything like that, and the panels were cut consistently and lined up very well. So I know the retail price for the 993 specifically is high, but I really think you get what you pay for, especially when you compare it to the quality of shoes you get and the price you pay for other major brands. I think it's a definite no-brainer when it comes to made in USA and New Balance. So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. This being a Kith exclusive colorway, it doesn't have that overt Kith branding on this shoe, and I actually don't mind that at all. For what it is, at the end of the day, this is just a very dope, very muted, but very wearable colorway, which I think can be worn with a lot of different outfits, because it's not too loud and way too in your face. This is just a very nice muted shade of green or gray or blue, whatever you want to call it, but once you get them in hand, you'll really see what I mean. And when it comes to this one versus the 2002R, I'll wait till I review that pair before I give you guys my final thoughts. But I'll put it this way, the 993, if you're looking for a pair that's very comfortable and you're specifically looking for a shoe that's not a general release, then I think this could be a very solid addition to your collection. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Kith New Balance 993 and this Pistachio colorway. Between this one and the 2002R, which of the two do you guys prefer? And for anyone watching, did you grab these as well? Did you take an L on them, or did you just pass altogether? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check out my Twitter account at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.